Hey, what's going on, guys? So, today, well, it's a week until draft day. I know, yeah. So, I present to you my mock draft. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident. This is kind of like draft predictions, but if I was facilitating the draft, and, let's get me in here. All right, there we go. Actually, no, let's not do that. So, yeah, if you like what you're about to see, please like and subscribe for similar content. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, at number one, I have the Titans taking Cam Ward out of Miami University. Like, I think the Titans have their heart set on Cam Ward. I think everyone knows. Like, get the obvious one out of the way. And, well, you think he's going to be better than Will Levis. Didn't watch a lot of film, but you can get lucky with rookie quarterbacks. So, yeah, you can get lucky with these rookie quarterbacks. Actually, we saw it with the Texans. We saw it with the Commanders. And that's two teams that are going to be starting rookie quarterbacks this year. So, yeah, that's good. So, Cam Ward, number one to the Titans. Yeah. At number two, I have Travis Hunter going to the Browns. The Browns bolster up that, like, build up that defense. And, like, take a hammer and nail to it and just build it up. Like, Cleveland's going to get pushback if they draft Shedeur Sanders. And so, let's give him a safe pick. Okay? Let's give him a safe pick that'll probably just help the defense. And they've signed Joe Flacco again, so it'll work. All right. Next up is Abdul Carter. I hear the Giants really like Abdul Carter, so yeah, the Giants need an edge. I thought about Shedeur or Cam Ward to the Giants like a month ago, but I'm waiting until things have settled down before I do a mock draft, and I think this is the right time. So, yeah, but Abdul Carter, the Giants think is the right move because, well, I thought about, well, they're taking quarterbacks. Anything's better than Daniel Jones. Jameis Winston, Russell Wilson, a 10 of that is better than Daniel Jones and Drew Lock. Who even is Drew Lock playing for this year? I don't know. Okay, so next couple picks. So I'm going to start with number 4. The Patriots definitely need a wide receiver, but I didn't know about drafting a wide receiver for the Patriots because they have Stephon Diggs, and yeah, that man does not get happy when he doesn't get targets. But I don't think McMillan will get a lot of targets, but if it's a safe option for like Drake May to throw the ball to him, and when you desperately need it, like, and McMillan can be pretty special. Also, yeah, I mean, yeah, McMillan could be special. It could work. And Mason Graham, a defensive tackle. Look, a lot of defense and receiver happy draft. I only think 4 quarterbacks are going in the first round. So, Yeah, so Mason Graham and Will Johnson going to the Jaguars and Raiders, respectively. Defensive players. They need them, so yeah. So the Jets will be taking an offensive tackle at pick number 7. They'll take Will Campbell from LSU. I mean, I really don't know what to say with the Jets anymore. Moving along. I give the Panthers Ashton Jeanty because they need a running back. I don't think Chuba Hubbard is that good a running back. Because I kind of watched that man play and it's not great. But I'm not going to give the Panthers a lot of pushback on everything they do. Because they're trending in the right direction. And they're going to hit the peak of what they need, of what they want to be. They're going to win the NFC South in a couple years. But right now is not the year. So, yeah, but Carolina looks good. And another NFC South team. I don't know who I would have picked to go to the Saints if I didn't hear that Derek Carr could miss this season. So I think the Saints will take a safe option and just play it safe. And they might do what the Packers did. And let Shedeur sit behind a veteran. Because, if Derek Carr is coming to the Saints will be... the Saints were pretty good with Derek Carr. Those first 2 games, yes, no argument there, but... What else? And they were good in a couple of the losses during the 7-game losing streak. But once Derek Carr got injured, it all fell apart. So, yeah, and a tough schedule, so yeah. But I don't know if I think he's worth this high of a pick. So, yeah. So don't push back on the comments saying, Shedeur's not worth a high pick. I think he is. I thought he was a 2-sided-the-ball player. But I was wrong. Alright, next. Ahmad Membou to the Bears. Bears need to help that offensive line. Get some offensive tackles. Get some offensive linemen. And they need to do it. So, yeah. And the 49ers need a defensive player. They have lost a lot in free agency. And I'm sorry to say, if for these 49ers fans who might be watching this, I don't think they're going to be good. But this could help a little bit. This might soften the blow, but I think that's all it'll do. I actually feel really bad saying it because my Auntie Tracy is a 49ers fan. And I don't want to talk bad about the 49ers, but I'm just being honest. The losses on both sides of the ball are pretty heavy. The Cowboys, they're just some... It's I don't even know what to do with these next 2 teams. Okay, so the Cowboys and the Dolphins. Shermar Stewart to the Cowboys. Don't really know if I'm... Don't really know if it's going to work. Cowboys need an edge. I just kind of did that for filling some team needs with the best team need player available. Well, except in the Saints, Falcons, and somewhat the Steelers case. So, yeah. The Dolphins need to help their offensive line. They really need a backup quarterback. They got that in free agency in Zach Wilson. Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle, might help a bit. I don't know what to make of the Dolphins. I feel like they're going to disappoint me. And another two teams, they're going to be mediocre. The Colts need a tight end. But I'll just give them the best tight end available, Tyler Warren. And now, the Falcons, they didn't need a QB. Like, I probably shouldn't have made them select Jackson Dart. But I think Jackson Dart will go to the Falcons. I mean, this probably might be my boldest take of the entire video. Jackson Dart to the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, you might need a tryout option if Michael Penix Jr. gets hurt, and I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to be starting a lot of games for the Falcons, like, because he stunk it up towards the end. Now, I have the Cardinals taking a wide receiver here in Matthew Golden. So we'd have two wide receivers that we've drafted in the first round in the last 2 years. Like Marvin Harrison Jr. And by the way, I am tired of people saying Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a good wide receiver. I've watched that man play. That man is electric. We just don't throw to him. That's the problem. But I mean, he can't really be good if you don't throw to him. So, like, because I even yelled this at the TV when I was watching the Cardinals last season. Throwing the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr. yields positive results. Unlike that Rams game in week 2, that was amazing. Like, and Harrison Jr. has had amazing performances. But he's also played not great. But I mean, he is a rookie, so he's not going to not be the most amazing thing ever to do it, but he's going to progress. And Matthew Golden, he's going to be a good wide receiver. Or why not get a third receiver? Maybe make Matthew Golden the kick returner or something. And so we could throw him the ball. I don't know. But I think it'll work. Let's go to the next line. I know we got the Bengals. They need an edge, so I'll give them the best edge remaining. And Mike Green. Now, but yeah, I really think the Bengals need to re-sign Trey Hendrickson and draft a defense. Like, defense, maybe shore up the offensive line and re-sign Trey Hendrickson if you have the space. If the Bengals will do that, they could be successful. Like, that's all Cincinnati has to do. Don't touch a thing with the tight ends, the wide receivers, the running game, or Joe Burrow. You especially leave Joe Burrow be, because he was incredible, but everyone's pointing the finger at him for, like, some mismanaged coaching and a bad defense. Everyone's pointing the finger at Joe Burrow when he's not the problem. We'll see what we're saying about the Bengals this time next year, or even when the season come around. But for now, they take Mike Green in the first round, and they'll probably draft defensively. That's what I would do if I was the Bengals management. That's what would work. Okay, so we're going to move to the dreaded Seahawks. The dreaded Seahawks. I have a lot of bad nicknames for this team, but I can't say them on air because people will get offended. They take Tyler Booker. I really just, when it came to the Seahawks, like, I don't care what their needs are. Just give them a random player or that fits the criteria of what this engine wants me to do. Ooh, and leave it at that. Alright, here we go. Now, these are going to be two great picks. The Buccaneers, technically worst playoff team. And they were the NFC South 3 seed last year and lost in the wild card, but Jahade Barron to the Bucs. I mean, might as well keep them afloat. I mean, you don't really have to do much. Like, all of what Tampa needed to do, or to even be considered favorites to win the NFC South, they already did. So it's just basically, let's just draft someone just so that we have an option. This next one for Denver, this is big. So Colston Loveland, tight end from Michigan, he's going to go to the Broncos. And I like the move. Like, I think this is what's going to happen. I mean, I think Tyler Warren's actually the worst one of the two, but the Broncos are functional, and they're really good at what they do. Whereas the Colts are a little bit dysfunctional. Kind of like the Cowboys. No offense, but yeah. Colston Loveland to the Broncos, I think is the right move. Steelers taking a quarterback. Basically, like, quarterback's your biggest vital need. And I think either Jalen Milroe or Mason Rudolph are going to be starting for the Steelers next year. I really do not think Aaron Rodgers is going to the Steelers. I don't know where Aaron Rodgers is going to go now. Like, we know he's not going to the Vikings. We know he's not going to the Giants. Cowboys can't afford him. '49ers don't need a quarterback. You're not going to the Bears. There's basically nowhere for him to go. Well, maybe Jacksonville. But then I was actually thinking Aaron Rodgers was going to go to Cleveland, and then they signed Joe Flacco. It's like, actually, they could still do it, but I'm not going to bet on that happening. So, yeah. Steelers, Jalen Milroe competing for a starting job. Yeah. Derek Harmon, a defensive tackle. I wanted to give the Chargers a wide receiver. There were no good wide receivers available that were worth that high of a pick. But if the Chargers find one in the second round like they did with Ladd McConkey last year, that'd be good because that worked. But we'll see. Next one, Green Bay, Michael Williams. Just shore up the defense. I've heard rumors that the Packers could win the Super Bowl this year. Because Brett Favre did it when he was 27. Aaron Rodgers did it when he was 27. It's just the Packer way. And I mean, they're good enough for second in their own division. Because I don't think the Vikings are going to be amazing again. The Vikings are going to drop off a bit. Like, there is no way they get to 14 wins. The Packers actually have a better way. I think the Packers could go 12-5, but it's basically like, the Packers are good as they are, but, I mean, help them out a bit. The Vikings, I could say the same thing, but here's the difference. The Packers have a less supporting cast, but Packers all about the quarterback, and they found their guy. They've had this Jordan Love's third year as a starter. And the Vikings are starting, well, not technically a rookie quarterback, but it'll be like his rookie season. We don't know what JJ McCarthy has, because if he can throw the ball good, then the Vikings will be good. But it's all about how he throws the ball and how he develops for McCarthy, whereas the Packers don't need to worry about their quarterback. Like, that's my main difference between the two teams. That's why I think the Packers are better than the Vikings. But if this was not about quarterback, Vikings would be better. But yeah, I mean, I'm rambling. So the Texans need a receiver. Stephon Diggs left them after injury, and he went to the Patriots. So who? Yeah, Josh Simmons. There were no, again, same problem with the Chargers. No receivers available worth that high of a pick. And Jihad Campbell, the Rams don't really know what their needs will be. It's definitely not receiver with them. Because you got a Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua receiver room. That's pretty good. Number 27, Gray's able to the Baltimore Ravens. It's kind of like, yeah, just like help out the offensive line so that Lamar Jackson doesn't have to be a second running back. And besides, you already have a running back. The Lions, I think Nick Sorton is worth this high of a pick. I mean, they struck gold last year with their defense, and they would have struck further gold with their rookies if they weren't injured. But I don't think the Lions defense will get injured this year. I think Nick Sorton is going to help them out quite a bit, excuse me. But yeah, he's going to help him out, and this is going to work. Because it basically replaces Carlton Davis, who went to the Patriots. So all right, Commanders and Bills. So we got the championship game losers, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. And these two teams are not losers in any means. These teams should be holding their heads high after the seasons they've had. And knowing that they're going to be really better. I think these two will win their divisions. But we'll start with the Commanders. They need an edge. Just throwing a random edge. Help the defense. The Bills, this is when a receiver popped up. The Bills need a receiver. I don't know how desperate they are, because like everyone complains about their receiver room in the summertime. It's like, oh, the Bills receiver room's not gonna be good. Like, we don't know what to do with the Bills receiver room, and then they're good anyway. So yeah, Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. But yeah, I mean, as long as he can make Josh Allen look good, I think that's all the Bills want. And to beat the Chiefs and win a Super Bowl. That's ultimately the goal, but we'll see. And, alright, the last two. The Chiefs take a safety in Nick Emanwori from South Carolina. I mean, the Chiefs roster is good. The Chiefs are probably going to light it up, but. Well, actually, I don't think the Chiefs are going to light it up as much as people think they are. I think Travis Kelce should have retired in the offseason. And then their tight ends wouldn't have been a problem because, like, wide receivers not their strength. But it doesn't really matter what the Chiefs do. It's like the Chiefs are going to be good either way. So, yeah, Nick Emmanwori, and now Walter Nolan going to the Eagles. I mean, help the defense stay good a bit. I mean, they're keeping their defensive coordinator, and the offense is talented, but like it was said before, good offenses carry over, good defenses do not carry over year to year. So, well, yeah, that's my mock draft for this year. I don't think this is very good. This is my first time doing a mock draft for the NFL, like, ever. But we'll see how many of these I got right. Like, I'm confident that Cam Ward is going to go to the Titans. I think the Titans have their heart set on them. Like, I think McMillan's going to go to the Patriots. I actually think Loveland's going to the Broncos, and then the rest of it is kind of like filling their needs. Although I think the Saints might make a smart money move and draft Shedeur Sanders. I really don't know. For the rest of these, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good